Hi all, welcome to Heights to Fly. Today we are discussing about relationship between zeros and coefficients of a polynomial. First we have to discuss what is zeros and coefficients of a polynomial. In previous class we discussed a lot about zeros and coefficients, but let's once again go through zeros and coefficients. Zeros of a polynomial. Okay. Consider a polynomial p of x which is equal to x square minus 2x plus 1. Then there is a value k where p of k equal to 0. That is, we are placing the value k in this polynomial. That is, consider the value of k is equal to 1. Then p of 1 is equal to x square 1 square minus 2 into 1 plus 1, which is equal to 1 minus 2 plus 1, which is equal to 0. Then we can say that 1 is a 0 of the polynomial, is the 0 of the polynomial. Then what is coefficient of a polynomial? Coefficient means if x square minus 2x plus 1, then the term x square has the coefficient 1, 2x minus 2x has the coefficient minus 2, and this one x raised to 0, that is the coefficient is 1. Okay, these are the zeros and the coefficient of a polynomial. Here x square have 1, 2x x have minus 2, and here x raised to 0. X raised to 0 is equal to 1. So 1 into 1 is equal to 1. So here the value of coefficient of x raised to 0 is 1. Okay. Next, to define the relationship between zeros and coefficients, we have to find the factors of a polynomial. How to find the factors of the polynomial? In previous year, you had studied a lot of methods to find the factors. Here we are discussing a method, splitting the middle term. Splitting the middle term. X square plus 6x plus 8. Consider the polynomial x square plus 6x plus 8. So here we consider 6 and 8. Okay, p plus q is equal to 6 and p into q is equal to 8. We are taking the value 6 as p plus q and 8 as p into q. Then find the values for p and q, which gets p plus q is equal to 6 and p into q is equal to 8. 3 3 when we consider 3 3, but the multiplication value is 9. Another case is 1 5, but the multiplication value is 5. Randomly checking, we will get the values are 4 and 2. 4 and 2. When we add 4 and 2, it will get 6. And when we add 4 and when we multiply 4 and 2, it will get 8. Okay, so 2 plus 6, 4 is equal to 6, and 2 into 4 is equal to 8. So we can consider the factors as, or the values as 2 and 4. So we are splitting the term x square plus 2x plus 4x plus 8. 2x plus 4x plus 8. Okay, then take common from the first two variables, that is grouping this one, x into x plus 2, that means x square plus 2x. Here the common value is 4, so x plus 2, okay, which is equal to 6. Next, the common terms are x plus 2. In both these terms, x plus 2 is common, so we are taking x plus 2 as common value. Then the remaining value is x plus 2 common, x will remain here, and there is a plus, and the 4 will also there. Constants are x plus 2 into x plus 4. Then we can tell the factors are x plus 2 and x plus 4. Okay, this is the method of splitting the middle term p plus q into p into q is equal to a, p plus q into p into q. Then we will find values which satisfies the condition. According to that, we split the middle terms, then factorization going. Okay, this is the method of splitting the middle term. Next, go to another example. 2x square minus 8x plus 6. Okay, here the values of 2 are common in all places, so we take 2x square minus 4x plus 3, which is equal to 0. So x square minus 4x plus 3 is equal to 0. Then splitting the middle term, that means p plus q is equal to minus 4 and p into q is equal to 3. What are the values satisfying that condition? P plus q 3 and 1, and multiplying 3 and 1 we will get. So the values of p and q are 3, 1. Okay, here the sign is different, minus 4 and 3. So when adding we have to get minus 4, and when multiplying we have to get a plus value. That means both of it have a negative. Minus into minus, positive, and minus plus minus, it is negative. Okay, let's go to the splitting step. 3x minus x plus 3. Okay, then grouping x minus 3 minus 3. Here we take, from this terms we take x as common, from this term we take minus as common, because we have to take this common value outside. So take x minus 3 outside, then it becomes, here there is a x. After taking x minus 3 outside, there will be 1 there. Okay, equal to 0. So the zeros of the polynomials are, or the factors are, x is equal to 3 and x is equal to 1. Okay, let's go to the main title, relationship between zeros and coefficients of the polynomial. Here the zeros of the polynomial are x is equal to 3 and x is equal to 1. Let's find out the sum of the zeros. Sum of the zeros is equal to 3 plus 1, which is equal to 4. Similarly, product of the zeros, which is equal to 3 into 1 is equal to 3. Let's find a relationship or an equation, or give an equation. Sum is equal to minus b by a. Consider this as a alpha, and the second solution as beta. Alpha and beta. The sum of these values, that is equal to minus b by a default equation. We have to substitute this value. Okay, consider this is our basic equation, and consider it in the form ax square plus bx plus c. The equation is in the form x square plus bx plus c. That is, a is the coefficient of x square, and b is the coefficient of x, and c is the coefficient of x raised to 0. So we are taking the values. A is equal to 2, b is equal to minus 8, and c is equal to 6. Okay, we are substituting the value minus b by a, that is minus 8 divided by 2, which is equal to 8 divided by 2, which is equal to 4. Similarly, I am giving an equation, product is equal to c by a. 6 divided by a, 2, which is equal to 3, which is similar to these two values. Here the sum of the zeros is equal to 4, and the product of the zeros is equal to 3. I am substituting these values in the equation minus b by a, where the sum, I get the sum as 4 and the product as 3. So if the solutions are alpha and beta, alpha plus beta is equal to, because alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a, and alpha beta is equal to c by a. Okay, This is the relationship between the coefficients and zeros of the polynomial. Okay. Let's go to another example. 3x square plus 5x minus 2. 3x square plus 5x minus 2. We are rearranging the values as 3x square plus 5 by 3x minus 2 by 3. Then the terms are 5 by 3 and minus 2 by 3. We have to find out values where the sum is 5 by 3 and multiplication is minus 2 by 3. Okay, that is the denominator value is there, 3. Then we have to find out the value. We will get it as minus 1 by 3 and 2. Minus 1 by 3 and 2. When we add this, we will get minus 5 by 3, and when we multiply it, we will get minus 2 by 3. Okay. Let's plus minus 1 by 3x plus 2x minus 2 by 3. Here the term minus 1 by 3x plus 2x. Then we group it x minus 1 by 3x plus 2 into x minus 1 by 3. So here there is no x. Okay. Then we are taking the common factors, x plus 2. We get the values as x is equal to 1 by 3 and x is equal to minus 2. Let's find the sum. That is these two values, alpha plus beta, which is equal to 1 by 3 plus minus 2, which is equal to 3, 1 plus minus 6, which is equal to minus 5 by 3. Product is equal to alpha beta is equal to 1 by 3 into minus 2, which is equal to minus 2 by 3. Okay. Let us substitute in the equation minus b by a. Here the values of a is equal to 3, b is equal to 5, c is equal to minus 2. Okay, minus value of b is equal to 5, is equal to 3. So the sum and the equation gives the same result. Similarly, c by a is equal to minus 2 divided by 3. Here the values are same. Okay. Let's go to the question. So to this question, for an example, find zeros of the polynomial find the zeros of the quadratic polynomial x square plus 7x plus 10. X square plus 7x plus 10 and verify the relationship between the zeros and the coefficients. Find the zeros of the quadratic polynomial x square plus 7x plus 10 and verify the relationship between the zeros and the coefficients. Okay, let's take the polynomial x square plus 7x plus 10. If the sum is equal to 7 and the product is equal to 10, then what are the values? 5 and 2. 5 plus 2 is equal to 7 and 5 into 2 is equal to 10. So x square plus 5x plus 2x plus 10. Taking the values x plus 5 plus 2, 5. X into x plus 5, which is equal to x square plus 5x. 2 into x plus 5, which is equal to 2x plus 10. The common term is taken outside. The value becomes this. X is equal to minus 5 and x is equal to minus 2. These are the zeros of the polynomial. Okay. Let's find alpha plus beta, which is equal to minus 7. Alpha beta is equal to 10. Okay. Minus b by a is equal to, what are the values of a and b and c? A is equal to 1, b is equal to 7, c is equal to 10. Then minus 7 divided by 1, which is equal to 7. Equal values. C by a is equal to 10 by 1, which is equal to 10. Okay. So we discussed about the zeros and the relationship between the zeros and the coefficients. Let's go to another section, that is cubic polynomials. Cubic polynomials. Previously we discussed about the relationship between zeros and coefficients in quadratic polynomial. What is a quadratic polynomial? The highest power should be 2, or the power is 2 here. For cubic polynomials, the highest power is 3. For example, consider the polynomial format is ax raised to 3 plus bx square plus cx plus d. Okay, x raised to 3 plus bx square plus cx plus d. Such forms of equations are called cubic polynomials. So the power is 3 here, hence it have 3 zeros. 3 zeros, so 3 solutions. That is, quadratic polynomial have 2 solutions, but cubic polynomials have 3 zeros, so 3 solutions. Let's discuss the relationship. If the 3 solutions are 3 zeros are alpha, beta, gamma, then we can establish the relationship alpha plus beta plus gamma is equal to minus b by a. Minus b by a. And alpha beta plus beta gamma plus alpha gamma, that is multiplying each term, each 2 terms, and adding it, we get it as a c by a. Then alpha beta gamma is equal to minus d by a. Minus d by a. Okay, let's go to an example. These are the equations. Alpha, beta, gamma, that is the sum of the terms are minus b by a, similar to the previous case, but there is an addition equation. Alpha beta plus beta gamma plus alpha gamma is equal to c by a. Alpha beta gamma is equal to minus d by a. Note the alpha beta gamma values and a, b, c, d. A, b, c, d are, there is a change in the coefficients. A is the coefficient of term x raised to 3. In previous case, a is the coefficient of x square. That is the difference. Okay, let's go to the example. Verify that 3 minus 1 minus 1 by 3 are the zeros of the polynomial. P of x is equal to 3x raised to 3 minus 5x square minus 11x minus 3. And verify the relationship between the zeros and coefficients. Okay. X raised 3x raised to 3 minus 5x square minus 11x minus 3. Here the value of a is equal to 3, b equal to minus 5, c is equal to minus 11, d is equal to minus 3. Okay. And the values given, solutions given, zeros given are 3 minus 1 minus 1 by 3. Let's substituting the value p of 3 is equal to 3 into 3 raised to 3 minus 5 into 3 square minus 11 into 3 minus 3, which is equal to 81. 3 into 8 raised to 3, and 5 into 9 is equal to 45 minus 33 minus 3, which is equal to 0. Okay, so P of 3 or 3 is one of the solution of this one because we get the final value as 0. Second substitution, P of minus 1, which is equal to 3 into minus 1 the whole raised to 3 minus 5 into minus 1 the whole square minus 11 into minus 1 minus 3, which is equal to 3 into minus 1 minus 5 into 1 plus 11 minus 3 minus 3 minus 8 minus 11 minus 3 minus 5 which is equal to 8 minus 8 minus 11 which is equal to 0. P of minus 1 by 3 which is equal to 3 into minus 1 by 3 the whole raised to 3 minus 5 into minus 1 by 3 the whole square minus 11 into minus 1 by 3 minus 3, which is equal to, when we multiply it and cut it, minus 1 by 9 minus 5 by 9 plus 11 by 3 and minus 3 is equal to 2 by 3 plus 2 by 3 which is equal to 0. Minus 2 by 3 plus 2 by 3 is equal to 0. So we can say that 3 minus 1 and minus 1 by 3 are the zeros of the polynomial. Okay, let's alpha, beta, gamma. Let's substitute the values. Alpha plus beta plus gamma is equal to 3 plus minus 1 plus minus 1 by 3, which is equal to, when we add it, 3 minus 3 minus 1 divided by 3, which is equal to 3 minus 4 divided by 3, 9 minus 4 divided by 3, which is equal to 5 by 3. Okay, 5 by 3. Let's put the value in the minus b by a. Value of b is equal to a is equal to 3, b is equal to minus 5, c is equal to minus 11, d is equal to minus 3. Okay, minus b by a means minus 5 by 3, which is equal to 5 by 3. So these are same. Next, product alpha, beta, gamma. Alpha, beta, gamma means 3 into minus 1 into minus 1 by 3, which is equal to plus 1. And substitute the value minus d by a. Minus d by a. Value of d is equal to minus 3. So minus 3 divided by 3, which is equal to 3 by 3, which is equal to 1. And the last case, alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha is equal to 3 into minus 1 plus minus 1 into minus 1 by 3 plus minus 1 by 3 into 3, which is equal to minus 3 plus 1 by 3 minus 1, which is equal to minus 11 by 3. Okay, what is this value? C by a is equal to, see, the value of c is equal to minus 11, value of a is equal to 3, which is equal to minus 11 by 3. So these are c. Okay, today we discussed about the relationship between zeros and coefficients of a polynomial. Today we discussed about the relationship in quadratic polynomials and cubic polynomials. In quadratic polynomials, the relations are sum is equal to minus b by a and product is equal to c by a. But in cubic polynomials, the solutions are, there are 3, alpha, beta, gamma, and there is 3 equations. Alpha plus beta plus gamma is equal to minus b by a. Alpha beta plus beta gamma plus alpha gamma is equal to c by a. Alpha beta gamma is equal to minus d by a. Okay, Thank you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. Subscribe and share for new videos.